guys, Marty Schwartz here of Marty Music. Thank you so much for the continued support and hanging out for another lesson. Had a lot of requests for some slide guitar, so I'm going to do that for you. Real quick though, if you're a beginner, I have a playlist right here on Marty Music on this YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link for it right up here, which is the beginner slide playlist, which will be really important, important techniques that kind of continue up to this lesson right now, which is going to be playing over a 12-bar blues with just a little rhythm. But just remember, all these little techniques, especially with slide, kind of playing over the chord changes, really comes in handy when you start to do soloing and lead guitar with the slide. So I think you'll enjoy it. But enough of that. Let's zoom in and break it down right now. I also appreciate all your comments, too, below. Here we go. All right, this lesson, we're going to focus on a 12-bar blues in the key of E. The guitar's in open E tuning, and that's all in my slide guitar playlist, how to get into the tuning, some beginner techniques. So we're skipping over that right into the meat. So let's look at the three chords of the 12-bar blues in E. The first one's in E7, and we can just play, since we're in open E tuning, if we just put our slide right above the 12th fret, and literally right above the metal wiring of the fret, and all the techniques I've already talked about, muting behind. We're also going to do some muting with our right hand, but for right now, let's just get the chord. It's the 12th fret, so. And then it does a quick change to A, which is going to be the same thing on the 5th fret, right there, and we can slide up from the 3rd fret. And then back to the E chord, which we can slide up from the 10th fret. I mean, you can slide from anywhere. And then there again. Then the 4 chord, which is A again. Then the 1 chord again, which is E. And then B7 is the 5 chord, which would be on the 7th fret. Then to A. And then back to E. And then a quick turnaround on B. So here we go again. E, A, E, A. Then E. Then B to A. And then E. Turn around on B. So then the next step would be, we're going to be muting with our thumb as we play the higher strings. So if I wanted to focus on the B, G, and high E, my thumb is just resting on the other strings. If I wanted to get all 4, all 5, all 6, and the opposite, if I wanted to just get the low ones, then I can mute with my index finger, middle finger, a bit of my hand, and then strum with my thumb. And if I had the amp cranked up, you'd hear much more of the sound of the actual amp as opposed to the sliding sound you're hearing. So the other idea is, like I said, you can play the upper strings. Just like that. So the next step that I want to show you is we're going to kind of pinch the, I could do the low E, but I'm just starting on my thumb's on the A string, although it's been tuned differently, but we'll just call it the A string. So thumb, index on the D, and then middle finger on the G, it's muted. Ring finger is muting the B. Pinky's kind of right here. I'm muting everything. So I'm pinching the chord like that. Check it out. On that 12th fret with the slide like this. But what happens is the hand comes back down and it's muting everything. So my thumb's muting the E and the A string, and my index is going to pick the D string, and then the rest of my fingers are muting the G, B, and high E. Like that. They're held right there. The thumb is blocking those. And I'm going to pick my index finger. And then I'm also going to do this pinch, mute, and then hit this index finger. And so when you combine those two ideas, so what I'm doing is I'm going like this. So after I pinch everything, I mute everything and then just hit my thumb on that 12th fret of the A. So everything else is being muted right there, so check it out. And then with my index finger, everything's muted but the pick with my index finger, and I'm doing a quick slide down to the 10th fret from the 12th fret on the D string. So, and as soon as I hit the A string, everything's muted. And then when I pluck the D string with my index finger, my thumb immediately mutes the A string. So we're only going to hear these notes individually. Then back to the 12th fret of the A. And then back without hearing it, slide up to the 12th on the D. So it looks like this. Look again. So pinch, A string by itself. All right, that was the lesson. Thanks again for the continued support. Right at the end of my little spiel right here, you're going to see a little end plate and a link to the slide guitar playlist. So all the slide lessons I've done on Marty Music will be right there in one list. Thanks for the continued support. Please leave comments on other things you'd like to see so I can give it to you. Thanks again. We'll see you later.